welcome to the Quiet Your Inner Mean Girl podcast, a place for you to find the courage you need to take the first step and every step thereafter to create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. I'm your host, health and life coach, Abby Hegney. Let's dive in. Welcome back to episode 44. In full transparency, I am recording this episode for a second time. I had it recorded and edited and uploaded and ready to be published earlier this week. And then I was thinking about it more and more, and I was like, no, that's not it. It can be better. I don't like it. And so here I am again, recording this podcast episode. And so I hope that just serves as a little bit of reminder to you that you can start over again. You can do things and not like it or be bad at it. And it doesn't mean that's the way that it has to be. You can reinvent yourself. You can rewrite your narrative. You can do things differently and produce a very different outcome. And today's episode is really going to lend into that. But I thought I would share that here I am recording part 2 of episode 44. So today we are going to talk about living in possibility versus probability. And it's a bit of a continuation of the discussion that we had last week on becoming. So if you haven't yet listened to the episode on becoming, go back and listen to it after this one. The combination of these two episodes will really set a strong foundation for creating the habits, the confidence, and the life that you want. And more importantly, for you to be able to maintain them with ease, which is really like the ultimate win. That's what we're all after. And that is always my goal for my clients, my goal for you, whether we ever work together or not. It's for you to see that you can become the woman who creates the habits and the confidence that make her feel amazing. The woman who knows how she created them and how to maintain them with ease so that you can go out and enjoy your life without the worry of, but when's it all going to come crashing down? And I want to invite you to join me on Thursday, April 17th, for a free masterclass that I'm hosting on the topic of becoming. Becoming the woman that you want to be, the woman that you are meant to be, the woman that you deserve to be. I'm going to walk you through what you think is needed to create the habits and the confidence and the life that you want, and why those things are actually standing in your way. And then I'm going to walk you through a simple process that actually creates the habits and the confidence that you want and does so in a way that works with your life, that allows you to live your life. And ultimately, what will allow you to maintain those habits and that confidence with ease. And I'm going to walk you through the exact skills that you need to develop to do just that. So we start at 12 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, April 17th. If you cannot join us live, there will be a replay available for a limited amount of time following the class. And it's limited because at the end of the class, I am offering a one-time only special bonus for those of you that join live or listen to the replay within that limited time frame. So I encourage you to join live if you can. I've made it at lunchtime Eastern Time, so hopefully that is a space that's available to you. If not, make sure to listen to the replay during that time frame so that you can capture that bonus. You can go to the episode details of this episode or the episode on becoming. The link is there to register, so do that today. We kick off at noon Eastern Time on April 17th. Okay, so let's dive in to living in possibility versus probability. And I want you to really listen to this one because this could be the one where something clicks for you. And I want to start off by first talking about probability because that is most common. Most women that I work with, and honestly, most women that I know, most women that I talk to, walk through life making decisions based on probability. The probability of something happening, the probability that they'll actually follow through, the probability of them having the time, the money, the energy to invest in the change that they want to create in their lives, the probability of them being able to do it. This often presents as I've tried before and it didn't work. I struggle with consistency. I'm good for 2 weeks and then I always give up. I never have the time. I can never stick with anything. I don't have the discipline or the willpower or the motivation. That is probability thinking, and it's entirely based on what you've done or haven't done in the past. And because the way that your human brain works, it wants to keep you safe. So it focuses primarily on past failures. It doesn't want you to experience that failure again. Failure doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel safe. So your brain works really hard to pull you back in to keep you from failing. And this is where your inner mean girl comes in. And she feeds you those same old stories that you've repeated to yourself time and time again. Stories like, I can't, I never can, I've already tried. But what it's really doing is just creating that failure over and over again. Because not taking action, pulling yourself back, holding yourself back from what you really want to create in your life, not trying again, is simply failing ahead of time. Because if you don't even give yourself a chance, there's no way that you can succeed. So your only option is failing. And the real problem with probability thinking is that those past failures, everything that you've tried that hasn't worked, becomes your identity. You become the woman who believes that she just doesn't have the time. You become the woman who just doesn't have the energy, who can't invest in herself. You become the mom who's tired and exhausted, who falls to the bottom of her list if she's lucky to be on the list at all. Probability thinking reinforces the story that this is just who I am. This is how I've always been. This is just what I do. When you let probability drive your decisions, it takes you away from change. It makes it harder. It makes it more complicated. It makes it like feel further from your reach. It turns you back to what you know and it takes you out of the work. You don't want to do the work because all you see in front of you is failure. All you see is you giving up again. You not being able to follow through on yet another thing that you start. The reason you struggle to create the habits and the confidence and the life that you want and to maintain it with ease is not because you can't do it. It's because you're building it from probability thinking. Probability thinking will always lead you back to what you've created in the past, old patterns. It's what you've done and who you are. It's what you'll always do. Probability thinking has 5 core beliefs that I want to walk you through. Those 5 core beliefs are I just want it to be easy. It should feel comfortable. I need to feel motivated. I want to know exactly how to do it. When I do it, I should see results. Sound familiar? And I laugh because we think we want easy. We think we want comfortable. We think we want it to be quick and we want those fast results. We think we want to know exactly how to do it, right? You're like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And we think that we want it to feel good the entire time that we're doing it. But what we really want is change. What we really want is change that lasts. We want to become the woman that creates the change and maintains it with ease. We want to get out of the start stop cycle. We want to lose weight and finally be able to keep it off. We want to feel taken care of not once in a while, but all of the time. We want to enjoy our lives and our kids, not just when life is slow and things calm down a little bit, or when we're on vacation and we can finally catch our breath. We want to enjoy our lives daily. If that were easy, everyone would be doing it. And if you knew how to do it, you would already be doing it. Somewhere along the way, probability thinking got the best of you. You got tired. You got frustrated. It felt uncomfortable. You started to doubt yourself and you took the foot off the gas pedal of change, of all of the change that you wanted to create, and you fell back into the patterns of your past. What you know, what feels safe, what was easy, what was comfortable. Building something new in any area of your life, but especially when it comes to your health and your confidence and your mindset, requires something much deeper. It requires you to shift into possibility thinking. Possibility thinking opens you up. It releases you from the limitations of your past, limitations that you are putting on yourself. And as much as you have been stuck in probability thinking, I want you to know that you are capable of making this shift. You've done it before, more times than you give yourself credit for. When you say, I've tried everything and nothing works, what that tells me is that you believe that it's possible. You've leaned into the possibility many times in the past. Every time you started, you were in possibility thinking. You saw what you wanted, you saw what you were capable of, you saw that it was maybe possible for you. Even if you weren't fully in belief, you thought, maybe this is possible for me. That is the muscle that we want to build. It's there. It's just that your probability muscle is more dominant at the moment. And I'll give you a quick example of this. The other day, I was doing my morning workout and the instructor suggested a weight for a particular exercise that we were doing. And my immediate thought was, I can't do that. That's way too heavy. My mind immediately went to the lesser weight, a weight that I am more comfortable with. I knew it would be easier. I have lifted it many times before. That right there is probability thinking in the wild, in real life. And I caught it. I caught it. And I asked myself two questions, which you can also ask yourself at any point in time. Is it true? Is it true that that weight is too heavy? Is it true that I can't do it? And also, is that what I want? Do I want to stick with the lesser, easier, more comfortable weight? I gave myself the choice, but giving myself that choice forced me to be honest with myself. It forced me to take responsibility of my decision. I chose to pick up the heavier weight. I chose to challenge myself in that moment, knowing that I could always go back down. And it turns out that I could actually lift the heavier weight. It was hard, but it also felt really good. I felt stronger and I felt more confident having challenged myself and seeing what I was really capable of. And if I'm honest, I was quite sore the next day, but I was sore in the best of ways. The kind of way that reminded me that I'm more capable than I give myself credit for. Just like probability thinking, Possibility thinking is built on five core beliefs, five very different core beliefs. The core beliefs of possibility thinking are I am capable. I am willing to figure this out. It won't always feel easy, and that's okay. I have the capacity to meet and overcome challenges. And I think most importantly, it's the last one, which is I want this. And I'm going to say them again because I want you to really think about them. I want you to really let these five core beliefs sink in. I am capable. I'm willing to figure this out. It won't always feel easy, and that's okay. I have the capacity to meet and overcome challenges, and I want this. Notice how different those beliefs are from the core beliefs of probability. Notice what shifts when you think these thoughts. Notice how you feel when you allow yourself to sink into possibility. Possibility thinking is fueled by desire. It's fueled by connection, capacity, possibility, and a willingness to feel discomfort and keep going. It leans into curiosity, to what could happen if you shift your focus, if you quiet your inner mean girl, if you find and build your confident self, if you show up differently, if you continue in the work. And I think about this all of the time when I look at my kids. Kids live in possibility. Have you ever noticed that? They live in possibility. It's why they dream big. It's why they have so many big dreams. My son is 10 years old and he loves hockey more than anything in this world. And he has big dreams of playing in the NHL one day. And most adults are very quick to think or even to say, well, the chances of that happening are pretty slim. And listen, my son knows that a small percentage of hockey players make it to the NHL, but his desire is to be in the NHL. That desire keeps him in possibility thinking. He looks at every player in the NHL and his friends who have dads and grandfathers who have played through the NHL, and he sees them as evidence of what is possible. Living in possibility keeps him in the work, on and off the ice, in season and out of season. On his own accord, this boy at just 10 years old wakes up at 5:15 every morning to work out because he reads and he follows stories about how hard the pros worked and what their journey to the NHL looked like, and how it didn't start when they got to the NHL. It started long before that. He is fueled by desire and possibility. His continued hard work keeps him in the game. Absolutely, there is a very small percentage of hockey players that make it to the NHL. But it's not my decision to make, and certainly not my decision to make now, whether he's one of them or not. And I will always encourage him to show up for that possibility and to do the work as long as that work continues to motivate and fuel his desire. Imagine what would be different if you lived your life that way too. If you lived in possibility. If regardless of your past, you believed that you could do it. If instead of running from the failures of your past, you saw them as knowledge for your future. Part of probability thinking is wanting to know the way, right? We want to have it all figured out. Tell me what to do and I'll do it. Failure is a clear path forward. All of your past failures are showing you exactly what didn't work for you. what you don't want to do again. But we miss that when we were so focused on the fact that it didn't work and how hard it was to put that effort in and to not get the results that we wanted. And we focus on the discomfort of that failure. Living into possibility will take courage. It will require you to put in the work, to show up differently, and to keep going, even if the results you want are taking longer than you expected. Even if there are challenges and missteps and failures along the way. And that work that you put in will be very different when it's fueled by possibility than when it's fueled by probability. And maybe the hardest work is going to be shifting your mind, quieting your inner mean girl, finding your confident self, because that is asking you to believe in a version of you that you haven't fully met yet, and to trust that you will get there, that you will become that version of you if you stay in the work. It also requires you to feel emotions that you haven't been willing to feel: shame, guilt, frustration, discomfort, doubt, failure. Possibility is about the life that you want to live. It's about the habits that you want to embody with confidence. It's about the woman that you want to become. Are you willing to feel those emotions, those maybe somewhat heavy emotions at time, in order to create that life, in order to build those habits and to feel that level of confidence, in order to become that version of you that you envision yourself becoming? I think of every single woman that I have coached, and every single one of them has come to me with a past that could have continued to hold them back. Every one of them had every reason to believe that they had tried everything and nothing worked. In fact, about 99% of my clients tell me that the first time that we talk. They had every reason to feel uncomfortable investing in themselves. Some of them had never invested in themselves before, and that can be really uncomfortable, especially when we're used to like pouring all of our time and our money and our energy into everybody else. But every single one of them chose the possibility of their future over the probability of their past. And because they did, they have not only changed their habits and their confidence, but they have changed their entire lives. And they've changed them in a way that no longer feels like a fluke. They're no longer spiraling in the drama of the thought, like, when's the other shoe going to drop? When am I going to let this go? When am I going to go back to my old ways? They've created that change for the rest of their lives. Sometimes decisions alone scare us, but we are always making decisions one way or another. Right now, you are most likely choosing probability, but choosing possibility is also available to you. It's available to you today. You can decide right now who you want to be, and you can start showing up as that version of you today. When you choose possibility, you have the ability to change everything. You become the woman who doesn't just wish for a different life, but the woman who creates it. And when you know exactly how you created it, because you were present and intentional and connected to it every step of the way, those habits and that confidence is yours for life. The woman that you want to be and the habits and the confidence and the life that you want to live is there. It's just buried under years of probability thinking. And I want to quickly touch on what to do when you slip back in to probability thinking. And I think that it's really important to discuss this because possibility thinking is not about perfection. And our human experience is all things. It's the good days and the bad days, the motivated days and the unmotivated days, the days that go according to plan and the days that shake us to the core. It's the ups and the downs. It's the way that life is. You're going to experience it all, no matter how hard you try for it to be perfect and to feel good all of the time. You will have the other side of things. That is life. And it's why I work with my clients for 6 months. It gives them time to experience all of life while being fully supported on their journey. When the downs and the bad days and the challenges hit us, that is when our inner mean girl comes out swinging. It's when your past rears its ugly head and tries to pull you back. This is a moment for you to re-engage and reconnect. Re-engage with the human experience of feeling good and bad, and reconnect with your desire for change, with what's on the other side, with your capacity to handle the challenges that come your way, with possibility. You are more than capable. And if you find yourself slipping back into old patterns, meet that with compassion. Don't beat yourself up. That will only make it harder. Slipping back is also a part of your human experience. You slipping back into your old ways isn't the problem. The problem becomes when you believe your inner mean girl that you've messed up, that you fell off track, that you can't do it, and you choose to give up. Re-engaging and reconnecting is always available to you, and it's never too late. I talk to my clients all of the time about just picking it right back up. No matter how long it's been or how hard it feels, it always feels better to keep yourself moving forward. Living in possibility and living in probability are always a choice. Every time that you choose possibility, you take a step forward, and every step forward moves you closer. It builds your confidence. It creates evidence of what is possible and what you are capable of, and it casts a vote in favor of the woman that you want to become. Okay, my friends, that is living in possibility versus probability. I hope that today and tomorrow and every step moving forward, you choose possibility, even when probability is like knocking your door down. And join me on April 17th at noon Eastern Time for Becoming. Let's take this work even deeper. Let's root you in possibility, and let's create the change that you want to create in your life for the rest of your life. I cannot wait to see you in Becoming, and I'll be back here with episode 45 next week. You are ready to quiet your inner mean girl. I invite you to join me inside Confident Mind and Body, my private coaching program, where you will learn to quiet your inner mean girl and create the habits, the confidence, and the life that you love. Just visit wellnesswithabbyh.com and schedule a free consultation.